Hot, isn't it? May I recommend this book? It's back to front, isn't it? Murder Most Mystic. To cool you down. Or you could read it under a tree with your sunglasses on, with a Solero. A nice cool Coke Zero. Oh, there's a lot of sugar involved in that, isn't there? God, I'm so hot. Right, I've come on here to do a reading for summer solstice. So today I'm using Kathy Nichols story cards. So we're going to pull out a little story and then we're going to drill down with the tarot and see what message wants to come through for summer solstice. Solstice blessings to you all. How are you faring in this heat? I've just walked back from town and demolished a tray of Californian sushi rolls from Waitrose. I'm not going to lie, they were very nice. Right, so what's coming through for the summer solstice? Please, can we have a message? What is the vibe for summer solstice? What do we need to know? Oh, hello. And we got 3 all come out at once. We've got confidence. There she is in the dark forest. I'm just going to borrow her a minute. Just so hot. There she is in the dark forest. With what looks like an orange tent behind her. But I'm drawn to the orange. The orange is our sacral chakra, which is our creative center. And what's interesting, that what comes up with the confidence is the artist. So I'm feeling like some kind of creative endeavor, project. How do you like to be creative? Let me know in the comments below. You could write, you could cook, you could be out in the garden, growing plants, getting your fingers dirty, hands dirty. You could write music, poetry, or write books like this one, Murder Most Mystic, available on Amazon now. You could crochet blankets, although we don't really need any blankets today. You could make dresses, bags. One of my friends makes amazing handbags and toiletries bags. Very creative. How do you like to get creative? I'm a massive fan of creativity because creativity is hugely healing. And in a healing process, what we're trying to do is find ourselves. So it's just getting quiet and spending a bit of time with ourselves and seeing what wants to come through, the energy that wants to come through. And do you know what goes with that? It's beautiful. Trust, the energy of trust. You've got 2 people standing side by side. So maybe you're thinking about doing a creative project with somebody. And that involves, well, the creative process always involves letting go and trusting the process, as they say. And you always get messy in the middle of it. But what's really interesting to me is the trust and the confidence are both taking place in a dark forest. And it's like the artist part of you is illuminating, is what's going to light up the darkness. That's where the healing is. Right, let's pop those cards down there and let's just pull a few tarot cards to clarify and see if we can get a deeper message. What's on the bottom of the deck? Kindred. Kindred souls. Follow your heart. That is my message. It's always follow your heart. Well, if you follow your heart, you can't really go wrong, can you? Right, what goes with confidence? It'd be like Monica or Friends. It's the humidity. So hot. So hot. think I'm going to put my feet in a bucket of cold water. What are your tips for cooling down? I've heard of pillowcases in the freezer. Let me know your tips for cooling down when it's really hot. I have got a fan in my bedroom. Can you sleep with the covers off though? Absolutely cannot sleep with the covers off. Got to have the covers on. Right, what goes with confidence? Oh, really jumpy today. There it is, the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is the card of passion and creativity. So it's your passion, it's your thing, it's what lights you up, what sparks the flame inside of you. What helps you get in a creative space is what I want to say. What helps you get in a creative space? Things that block creativity are things like fear of judgment, fear of what other people are going to think. It's very vulnerable to put your creative work out into the world. It was very vulnerable to write this book. I've actually found a couple of typos since I've published it. And I've received my first 2-star review, which is always wonderful. But, you know, if someone's taken the time to go online and tell you that your book's only 2 stars to them, then you've obviously rattled something inside of them. I always think that if you haven't got anything nice to say, you should just keep your mouth shut, really. What goes with trust? Can we have a card that goes with trust? Oh, look at that. The Magician, the manifester of magic. So this is about putting your trust in something you cannot see, but you can feel it when you're in your body. When you're being creative, I don't know if this happens to you, but when you're being creative, it's like all the dots inside of you are joining up, and out of that comes something quite magical. Look at all that magic that's being made there. But you've got to work with things that you can't see and trust that the outcome's going to be okay. I think what blocks us is procrastination. And I was saying the other day that I think perfectionism is what stops creative people, because they feel like it has to be perfect. And it doesn't. Sometimes if you just get into the creative process and get messy with it, and like when I wrote my first book, I did not intend to write the book that I wrote, but I just wrote what wanted to come through me. And it is like an energy. Look, the energy is coming out of the fingers. It comes from somewhere else through you and out onto the page, you know, on the piano keys, in the frying pan. In the flower beds, like however you choose to get creative. Let's have another card for the artist. Yeah, don't get stuck up in your head. I think when you're being creative, you're in the body. You're in the body and you're fully present in the experience. You're just immersed in it and really enjoying it. So how are you going to get creative on this summer solstice weekend? What goes with the artist? Maybe this also applies to creating a life you love. So you can have ideas of how you want your life to be. And normally we create a life that's in alignment with our values and what matters to us. But what that looks like sometimes isn't how we think it's going to be. What goes with the artist? I have to go in a minute because I'm so hot. Literally sticking to the chair, melting. Ooh. Oh, there we go. So we've got 21, the card of the world. This is the card of completion, of a completion of cycles. I also think about this as being boundaries as well, like putting boundaries around your creative time. And look at her. She's totally in the moment, enjoying herself. Very, very happy. Very, very happy. And again, you've got that energy coming down from the universe, down from spirit, and you're letting it flow through you, letting it flow through your body. And what I'm noticing is, look at the similarities with these cards. You've got all these lovely colours and this energy, and it's the same, you know, like it's the same in that card. They're very, very similar. There's something with the circles and something with completion. So perhaps there's a creative project that you need to complete, and you've been putting it off, and you need to ring fence some time around it and complete it. So I don't know if that's a message for someone today. If you'd like a private reading with me, there is a link in my bio. I'll give you access to my diary, and you can book today. Happy Solstice. Have a lovely weekend. See you soon. Bye.